Hey there! Welcome to my channel, where stories come to life and knowledge meets curiosity. Whether you love thrilling tales, fascinating facts, or deep dives into amazing topics, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Your likes, comments, and shares truly mean the world to me and help my little channel grow. Get comfy, relax, and let's dive into another inspiring story together.
Emma had always dreamed of conquering the highest mountain in her country. Ever since she was a child, she would sketch its jagged peaks in her notebook, imagining herself standing at the summit victorious. But the voices around her were never as encouraging as her dreams. She's too weak. She doesn't have the experience. She's just a dreamer. But what if I could? She murmured. Her first attempt was a disaster. The mountain was ruthless, its steep inclines punishing her every step. She barely made it past the base before her legs gave out. Her lungs burned, her hands trembled, and self-doubt hit her harder than any fall. Maybe they were right. She thought herself desperately. Emma looked up at the mountain, which seemed taller than ever, like it was mocking her. Defeated, she turned back. Just as she was about to give up, fate intervened. Giving up so soon? An old mountaineer asked. Emma looked up to see an elderly man, his face lined with the wisdom of countless climbs. He extended his hand and helped her to her feet. "I'm not strong enough," Emma muttered. The old mountaineer said, "The strongest climbers aren't the ones who never fall, Emma. They're the ones who learn how to get back up." He handed her a small, well-worn notebook and said, "Train your mind first and your body will follow." Something changed in Emma that day. She took the old man's words to heart. No longer was she just a dreamer. She was a doer. She trained before dawn, running through the rain, her breath visible in the cold morning air. She strengthened her body, lifting weights, climbing smaller peaks, pushing herself beyond what she thought possible. Every day, she wrote in the notebook the old man had given her, tracking her progress, reminding herself of her goal. One step stronger, one step closer. Emma wrote in the notebook. The day had arrived. Emma stood at the base of the great mountain once more, the same place she had once failed. But this time she wasn't the same person. She adjusted her backpack, took a deep breath and placed her foot forward. The climb had begun. Halfway, a sudden storm rolled in, turning the path into a battlefield of wind and ice. Her fingers ached as she gripped onto the rope, her feet sinking into the snow. The world around her disappeared into a white haze. "Keep going, one step at a time." The old man's words echoed in her mind. Old mountaineer's voice flashed back to her memory. The strongest climbers aren't the ones who never fear, but the ones who climb despite it. With a deep breath, she pressed on. With one final push, she reached the top. The wind quieted as the sun rose over the horizon, painting the sky in shades of gold and fire. Emma dropped to her knees, tears streaming down her face. She had done it. The impossible had become possible. She looked out over the vast world below her, realizing that she had conquered not just the mountain, but the doubts that had once held her back. Back at home, Emma sat by the window where it had all begun. She flipped through her old notebook, now filled with crossed-out fears, training notes and sketches of new mountains to climb. She smiled, closing the book. "There's always another summit," she softly whispered. "Your dreams may seem impossible, but every step you take brings you closer. Keep climbing, keep believing. The summit is waiting for you." Each challenge you face acts as a stepping stone, strengthening your resolve and igniting your passion. The journey is just as important as the destination. With every breath you gain clarity and purpose. Embrace the struggles, for they shape your path and prepare you for the summit ahead.